Kids, it happens to be our anniversary today, so it might be a nice idea if you wished your mother a happy anniversary.
Okay. What would you like us to say?
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Rose family moments on Schitt's Creek.
Well, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say I hope we escape very quickly.
That's the spirit, Mr. Rose. Yes.
David, come here, please!
Stop yelling, David! You come here!
David! What does burning smell like?
For this list, we're looking at the funniest and most poignant moments involving all 4 members of the Rose family. Be sure to let us know your favorites in the comments below. All right, let's get into it. Number 10, intimate moment.
Could you spare some, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's everyone's worst nightmare to see their parents in bed together. And in the confines of 2 adjoined motel rooms, that was always going to happen sooner rather than later.
David, what you just saw was your mother and me
I know what I saw.
having an intimate moment.
Unsee that.
Okay,
Oh
and
my
I
God, you poor
refuse
thing.
to feel guilty.
Midway through season 1, David walks in on Johnny and Moira having what Johnny calls an intimate moment at 8 o'clock in the morning. He runs out of the room in horror, and the situation is made far more excruciating by Moira and Johnny trying to explain that they're not going to be shamed by their embarrassed children.
I will not be shamed. Shame on you.
Shame on you for attempting that position at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's so dire they need to leave for the night to get some alone time, while David and Alexis try to forget about the morning's events. Number 9, escape room.
Well, I would just like to welcome everybody to our bachelor party.
Is anyone else not getting a signal in here?
I thought there were drinks. It's after.
It turns out that Patrick loves escape rooms, and that's the only thing he wants for his bachelor party, but it comes at the absolute worst time.
Who's excited, huh?
Huzzah.
Not only is it a Galapagos-themed escape room right when Alexis is missing Ted since he's taken a permanent job there, but Johnny needs to turn his phone off when he's expecting an important call.
I have a compass on my phone. When do we get our phones back?
It's hilarious to watch them try to work together while they all get more and more into the game, particularly Alexis, who solves most of the puzzles completely on her own.
Okay, this is an ancient Egyptian symbol for stability. My friend Prairie got one tattooed on her lower back in 7th grade.
The family all comes together to start a new tradition with Patrick and support him before he marries David. Number 8, Jake.
Oh.
Well. Hello.
Hi. I'm Jake.
Oh, of course you are.
Schitt's Creek's resident polyamorous pansexual carpenter stops by the motel for some one-on-one time with David, or afternoon delight, as Johnny embarrassingly still calls it. But David can't have his dalliance with Jake in peace because right when Jake is leaving the shower, Moira walks in.
Hello, Johnny Rose. You are...
Jake.
Yes, welcome. Welcome, Jake. I see David's made you feel right at home.
Johnny and Alexis eventually join as well, and the entire family has met Jake within a matter of minutes.
Oh my god.
Alexis, this is Jake. We seem to have caught the boys in
An afternoon delight. Is that term still a going
that's-
thing?
Oh, never say that again.
Don't do that.
Moira is all too happy to introduce herself to her son's new friend, though the other Roses find it significantly more awkward. To make matters worse, in the next episode, the Roses all get to witness Jake picking up Stevie, learning the truth about how casual Jake is.
I think we all need to be in this together. Now, you've both been with each other, and you've both been with me. Let's all be with us.
Number 7, Alexis is pregnant.
Apparently there are some really big changes happening in her life right now.
Yeah, I should say so.
Why are you waving a thermometer in my face?
It's a pregnancy test.
Ew. What?
Johnny finds a positive pregnancy test in David and Alexis's bathroom, and the whole family, minus Alexis, who's just left, draws what seems like the only logical conclusion. Alexis is gonna have a baby.
Yes, I'll tell her she has no right to lay this financial and psychological burden on us.
Well, maybe I'll talk to her.
Now she has to move into one of those homes for unwed mothers.
Although Jocelyn is actually pregnant, the Roses all start to panic, with Moira very upset about what people will think of Alexis for being a single mother.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm not a condom.
Johnny, meanwhile, does a cost analysis of their finances to work out whether they can support another child. By the end of the episode, Alexis, who thought Johnny disapproved of her going back to college, realizes what's happening and taunts David by telling him he's gonna babysit her twins.
When the twins arrive, I'm gonna really need your help.
That's a hard pass.
You're gonna be so involved in their lives.
Number 6, fold in the cheese.
Tonight, I will make my mother's enchiladas. And David, you will help me.
With no food in the motel, it's clear that one of the Roses is going to have to learn to cook eventually. Moira is the one who takes on this responsibility, and she ropes in David to help her.
David, I cannot show you everything.
Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
What follows is one of the show's most iconic scenes, where they bicker about what fold in the cheese means and whether folding cheese is even possible.
I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer.
They manage to finish the enchiladas in the end, and a painful family dinner follows, where Johnny and Alexis are noticeably nervous about tasting the food in case it's totally inedible. The enchiladas turn out fine, but Moira swears she will never cook for them again.
Well, this could be a very good thing. I think maybe once or twice a week.
This won't be happening again.
Although it's really not that complicated once you fold in the cheese.
Number 5, looking for David.
What you did was impulsive, capricious, and melodramatic. But it was also wrong.
After a love confession from Stevie, David takes Roland's truck and drives off into the night, disappearing completely from the town.
My bag! It's gone!
What bag?
My brown bag!
The Roses don't show too much concern for their missing son right away, with Moira more worried about her prized bag. But eventually, Johnny gets them involved in the search. Roland discovers his truck has been found on an Amish farm, and lo and behold, that's where David has been staying too.
I texted Alexis.
I'm sorry for not responding to one text, David.
They find him hanging out in a field with a rake. Even funnier is when they stop for ice cream on the way home, and it becomes clear that Moira cares about her bag far more than she cares about her son.
Did you come for me or did you come for that bag?
This was
We
my
came for
grandmother's
you.
bag.
Number 4, happy day, Alex and Davis.
Your graduation is this Friday?
What? I didn't tell you because I don't want you to come.
It's Alexis's high school graduation after she went back to get her diploma. And it's also David's birthday.
Yeah, I'm not going. I was at your first graduation, and it's not my fault that you weren't there.
We all have to go, David, unless you have some special excuse.
It's my birthday.
Johnny gets stuck at the motel, and Moira makes a poignant surprise performance with the Jazzagals at the grad ceremony.
Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the stars fall from the sky.
Meanwhile, David is invited out for a special birthday dinner with Patrick. They both arrive home at the end of the night having had pretty great days, and are greeted with a hastily made cake from their parents. The problem is that it's so hastily made that the message on top is completely wrong, with both of their names being misspelled.
Happy day, Alex and Davis.
We've done the best we can.
Still, it's the thought that counts. Number 3, the Moiras Roses Garden 4856.
About a month ago, I heard from the Lucy Albion Studio Theater in Pasadena.
I don't know what that is.
It used to be called the Moira
No.
Rose.
No, don't say it.
A prestigious theater changes its name so that it no longer honors Moira, something she can't help but take to heart. This puts the town council's offer to name a new garden after her into perspective, even if it was Johnny who was behind the whole thing.
I just thought it might sit better with you once you'd heard about the garden.
No, I just told you about the garden.
Johnny gets his way, and a garden is set up dedicated to Moira, and the whole family visits it at the end of the episode. It turns out Johnny made a few mistakes while placing the order, though, because instead of the Moira Rose Garden, it's now the Moira's Roses Garden 4856. And the kicker is, it doesn't even have any roses in it.
The Moira's Roses Garden.
Okay, look, I went back and forth on the name a couple of times. I may have confused the engraver.
Number 2, I love you.
Happy anniversary!
Congratulations on your ongoing love for one another. You did it.
Okay, kids, that's enough. You sound like the incestuous Bloomfields.
Have a blessed day.
The Roses aren't the most affectionate family. Much of their character growth across the show comes from them learning to get along and prioritize each other after all. That's why it's so meaningful when we finally see them say they love each other at the end of season 2.
We love you both very much.
Love you too.
Alexis and David are at a party in Mutt's barn with their friends when the Roses and Schitts show up, having had an unpleasant dinner in a fancy restaurant. They decide that's the right time, and all 4 Roses dance together in the finale. It's heartwarming to see them come so far in such a short amount of time. I remember when that episode originally aired, I wasn't sure if it had been renewed for another season yet, and I remember thinking, you know what, if this is where the show ends, I'm okay with that because everyone had come so far even in just 2 seasons. But think of all the iconic moments we would have missed out on, like our number 1 pick. So let's look through some honorable mentions and then we'll see our number 1 Rose family moment on Schitt's Creek. Saying goodbye. They finally need to go their separate ways in a poignant farewell.
I love you.
Bye, son.
I'll see you soon.
The portrait. They're forced to confront a very tacky reminder of their former wealth.
It's a family portrait, Roland.
Oh, you all look like cartoons.
So weird. I don't remember posing for this.
Because you didn't. You were in rehab when we sat for this.
Watching the Crows trailer. They all gather around to support Moira in her comeback role.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, that's just an ad, sweetheart.
Skip it.
There was a time when the crows were our friend.
It halted. Someone hit resume.
Just let it buffer.
Leak. A leak leaves Johnny looking like a Victorian ghost, as the kids point out.
Moira. Moira!
Oh no. I just finally cried myself to sleep.
The bed's soaking wet.
Is it blood?
No, there's a leak in the ceiling. There's a brown, disgusting drip coming.
Christmas party. They come together to throw Johnny the holiday party he's been dreaming about.
Merry Christmas, John.
Oh, David. Is this the same tree?
Theoretically, we have spent a very long time gluing it back together.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. David and Patrick's wedding. It is finally time for David and Patrick to tie the knot after a whole season of engagement and wedding planning. In true sitcom form, everything goes wrong, but at least the entire Rose family is there to support David.
Hey, I love you.
After the officiant cancels due to bad weather, Moira steps in to handle the proceedings, dressed as the Pope. It's Alexis who gets the honor of walking David down the aisle, while Johnny can barely keep himself together. One of the show's best moments is, of course, one of the best moments for the Roses. It shows how much they've changed in a world where just a few years ago, David might not have even wanted his parents at his wedding.
I now pronounce you husband and husband. You may kiss each other.
Tell the truth, how many of those moments made you tear up? You can tell me. This is a safe space. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments which is your favorite moment involving all 4 members of the Rose family. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton or on my YouTube channel. See ya!